Today on HandyDadTV, we're talking about tiny little wireless security cameras. Coming up. Welcome to HandyDadTV. I'm Chris Hyder, your virtual dad in the cloud. And today I'm at my friend Juan's house. He lives in my neighborhood. He's got a beautiful house. He's got 2 teenage kids that he wanted to install some surveillance cameras just to keep an eye on things when he's not home. So Reolink reached out to me and said, hey, we've seen other videos you've done. Would you review our camera? I said yes, but I told them Juan's story and I said I want to use them at his house. He's been looking at cameras like this, and I need 6 of them. They said no problem. When they heard Juan's story, they said we will hook you up with the cameras. So you got to hear Juan's story. It's awesome. Juan is a true American hero in our neighborhood. He was born in Cuba, but Juan grew up in New York City after his family moved to the U.S. when he was 5. At 17, he joined the Marine Corps and was deployed to Beirut, Lebanon. Juan was wounded by a grenade on March 16, 1983, just a month before the embassy bombing. He received the Purple Heart and other medals for his service. Then Juan became a Port Authority cop and was a first responder to the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. He and his partner split up to help evacuate different towers. His partner didn't survive. His uniform is on display in Juan's home to honor his memory. Now retired, Juan enjoys spending time with his wife and 2 teenagers. He is also a handy dad, constantly tinkering around the house and helping anyone in the neighborhood who needs a hand. So this is the Reolink Argus. They come in boxes, pretty small. And in here is quick start guide. You get window stickers too, and you get mounting instructions. This is for the magnetic mount, and this one's for the other one. I'll show you those in a second. Now in here, you have 4 batteries, comes with it, a magnetic mount, a security mount, and the camera itself, and a little tool that is to pop the back off when you have to replace the batteries. And the cameras themselves, when I first saw these, they're so futuristic looking. They look like that little character from the movie WALL-E. Her name was Eve, with the black and white motif. I think they're pretty cool. You stick it up in there and you give it a little twist and the back comes right off. And that's where the battery slots are. Now it comes with 4 lithium batteries, which could last 6 months depending upon how much it records. But the app itself tells you how much battery is left and how long you have on them. Opening the batteries is the hardest part. Now as soon as I put them in, it gives you instructions right away, vocally.
Please run Reolink app. Click the Add New Device button and follow instructions to set up the camera.
Alright, what we have here is the camera itself. This is the passive infrared sensor. There's a light sensor above the lens, a little red LED that can turn blue when it's recording. Red means it needs to be set up. Then there's a little microphone and a little speaker. And on the side is where you put the SD card, and it has a reset slot in there too, a little hole. For the base, we have 2 choices. You could either use the magnetic mount, which would work great for inside if you wanted to be able to point it anywhere you want and get it down. But for outside, what Juan has chosen to do is use these security mounts. So that screws in tightly, makes it harder for somebody to steal the camera or take it down or mess with it. And it also holds it out further from the house, so if you wanted to be able to tilt it back all the way, you can. Gives you more motion. Is your home as safe as it could be? Are your loved ones protected? Get my home security guide and find out. Okay, I've got a little assembly line set up here to set up these cameras. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into the devices right here on the app. Now you can see we've already got a few of them set up. I'm going to click Add New Device. And there's a QR code on the back of every camera. This makes it really easy. Just scan that QR code and say set up the camera. Now, it's been voice prompting since we put in the batteries. It's telling us it's time to set it up, download the app. It hounds you. So when you got 6 cameras to do, you got a lot of work. All right, I heard the voice prompt. Now I have to put in the password for their Wi-Fi, and you have to do that with every camera. I don't know why, but you have to do it with every camera. I've entered correct information. Now it creates a QR code here. This is cool. You have to point the camera at the QR code. You hear that tone? Scan succeeds. It just said Wi-Fi connection succeeds. Now I'm going to name this camera. This one we're going to put right here for the slider, right? No. What do you want to call this back here? Patio. How about patio? Patio. All right. And I'm going to put in a password so his kids can't download this app and take control of his cameras. And there you go. You can see it working. All right, Juan. You're up. I'll set up the other few. Point it out this way a little bit more. These cameras work differently than traditional wired surveillance systems. They don't record continuously, they only record when they see motion. But they use passive infrared motion detection, which is much more reliable than the optical motion detection used by surveillance DVRs. I got so many false alarms from my surveillance system that I disabled the notifications. I know it's pretty dark, but you know what? It works pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the camera view. So we put up the bracket first, and now we're just putting up the camera itself. Here you go. Hanging the cameras was easy, but mostly because Juan did all the work. He put one above the garage, one by the front door, one covering the gate and side windows, and the other covering the rear points of entry. Juan knows that a surveillance system isn't a substitute for a professionally monitored security system, and he's okay with that for now. He just wants to keep an eye on things while he's out. This is an actual view of the live video from the Reolink app on Juan's phone. The resolution is good, but the frame rate is obviously slow because it's live streaming. Juan plans to install a 16GB MicroSD card in each camera to enable him to play back previous motion events. And he's planning to buy 28 rechargeable batteries when the original batteries need to be replaced. That'll give him a set for each camera, plus a spare set to have ready whenever a camera needs them. He's been a great friend and neighbor for 20 years, and Juan's given so much to our country. I was really glad I got to work with him on this project. Too funny. All right.
We gotta do this in Spanish, Chris. I'm telling you, there's a big demand out there, man.
You could translate it. So there you go. These things are the latest craze in surveillance systems because you don't need to run any wires. You just have to replace batteries every so often, and they have to be within range of your Wi-Fi. No hub is needed. They're really easy to put up. I was really just here to record the video of Juan doing it. He did all the work. So thanks to Reolink for hooking us up with the cameras, and thanks to you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Visit my website, HandyDadTV, for more great ideas and information. Be sure to subscribe to be the first to know when new videos are posted.